All right, we are back for another edition of Lyric Breakdown. Today, this is a really special one. It's actually the first time I have done a lyric breakdown on this channel for one of my own songs. If you guys didn't already know, I just released my first solo production record in a quite a long time called Worth It. It's kind of my debut into the Zack DJ producer chapter in the I would say the song's in the melodic bass kind of space. Shout out to Lost in Dreams. They've been super supportive. I've worked with them a couple times with my boy Elliot, or as you guys know him as Highland. But yeah, super excited about this one. We're going to break it down today. We got the lyrics in the Lost in Dreams video. So we're going to watch this really quick, jam to the song, and then we're going to break this guy down.
Same song again, I'll write it. Same thought again, don't fight it. What's to learn? You're done, you've had your turn. Same cause again, I wonder how you are to every other. Is it just me? Or can you just not see? I thought you want me by your side. I wish I knew the reasons why. I thought you want me by your side, but the history's made me realize I'm not worth it to you.
Yeah, that's cool too. A little Highland mix right there. But yeah, been super excited by the response of this song so far, and it's been awesome. Mr. Suicide Sheep picked it up, put it on their channel. It got on an Apple Music playlist, the Melodic Bass playlist. It's been on some really cool Spotify playlists, Bass Lounge, and Friday Crate Diggers. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's just kind of blown me away, the response that I'm already getting from this track. So thank you guys so much. Anyone out there who's loving it and sharing it, really appreciate you guys and really appreciate all the support I've been getting so far. But anyways, yeah, so let's jump into what this song is about and all these lyrics. So if you guys have heard my song, If You Want to Stay with Highland, or What You Have to Do, which is the song it came from. Yeah, it's about a relationship. It's about a friendship. That song is about just going through something with someone over and over again and being sick of it, and kind of just saying, if you want to stay, if you want to keep this going, like, what you have to do if you want to stay, So this song is actually about that same relationship, and this song is really, I guess, it coming to an end and realizing that, you're really not worth it to that person, or that's what it really, really feels like. And after, so many times and forgiveness and I've said forgiveness is great, but at some point forgiveness does become enabling, especially if you don't see anything that changes with that person and you just keep seeing the same things happen over and over. It hurts. It hurts when you care about that person, and it hurts when you feel like you've been there for them. And not to say I've been completely perfect, no one is, but at some point, it's tough, and you got to let it go, and you got to move on, and you can forgive them, but at some point you got to separate, and that's okay. I think it's totally fine to, in the most loving way you can, remove people from your life, and you can do that respectfully too. So basically, yeah, that's where this song is coming from. It's kind of the final thing of like a conclusion to really how I'm feeling, and yep. So let's jump into this. So, starts with same song again, I'll write it, which, to really go to If You Want to Stay, What You Have to Do, literally. I mean, to me, it is the same song. It's just a different part of it. So same song again, I'll write it. Same thought again, don't fight it. Write the same song, having the same thoughts, and at some point you can't fight it, and you have to go with what that feeling is making you feel like. So, what's to learn? You're done. You're done. You've had your turn. So yeah, I mean, it's super literal, especially now that you guys kind of know what it's about. I think you got to take the positives out of any relationship that you go through, business, friendship, romantically, or otherwise. What did you learn from it? I think the only true failures in life is, instead of learning something from what you go through, you let it make you become negative or jaded. Yeah. So I always try to take, no matter how terrible something is, I always try to take the positive. So, yep, that third line, what's to learn? You're done. You've had your turn. At some point with people, it's like it's like you can only give someone so many chances. But at some point, they're done, and that's it. And, maybe things will work out in the future, but at some points you got to step away and you got to move back. So then again, say same song, and then we go same cause. Again, I wonder how you are to every other. Is it just me? So yeah, it's like, sometimes when, at least in this certain situation, on ways I've been treated or the things that happen, I'm always curious, or I think I have been curious, is like, are you like this to other people that aren't me? And, is it just me? Like, am I the only one that you treat like this? I mean, I think it's probably not, but it always is curious. It's like, why me? Why are you treating me like this? Especially as someone who I felt like in moments like was really there for that person or really cared for that person, and tried to help as much as I can. Like I said, I'm not perfect, and not to say I never did anything wrong. But yeah, I mean, it was me who kept being upset at things, and like I said, I tried to push them off, but I really was trying to be true to myself at some point. As much as I did care, is like, it's like, man, is this really even worth it to me? And yeah. So all right, moving on. Then we get to so I think in the first two paragraphs we're kind of, it's like, it's a statement and then we're asking a question and then go back to a statement. And then I think in this hook part, really just making some statements. So I think I've talked about in the past, it's good to, sometimes hooks and stuff have questions in the chorus, but I think it's good if you're going to ask questions for them to happen inside of the verse. And then as you get towards the chorus or the bridge, you kind of answer those. So, or you kind of like say the statement about how you really are feeling. So as we get closer to the drop, I thought you'd want me by your side, and I wish I knew the reasons why. So yeah, that's really just man, I feel like me as a person, I try to be there for people, and I try to be a good friend, and in this particular person, like there's almost nothing I wouldn't do for this person. And, I've tried to really be there, and, so I feel like I thought you'd want me by your side. I mean, me and this person have done so much stuff together and have had so many cool things from working together. And, I could have seen like a cool future of doing more things together. But, at some point, like I said, it's not worth it for me. It wasn't worth my energy and time anymore because it just became so frustrating. So yeah, I thought you'd want me by your side, and I wish I knew the reasons why. I'm like, why are you like this? Why are we dealing with these things over and over and over again? It's, how can you not like ask yourself those questions, when you keep coming back to the same issues with someone? Then I say again, I thought you want me by your side. And yeah, but the history's made me realize I'm not worth it to you. All the past things that we've been through, like showed me that, dude, I mean, with whatever you got going on or other stuff or whatever, just seems like the relationship with me or caring about that or having respect for it isn't worth it. So, yep. So then I'm really just repeating, I'm not worth it to you in the hook. Yeah. So this is I think it's a 24 bar drop. It's kind of long, but anytime I tried to do it like shorter, it just didn't felt too short. So this drop's kind of long, but I like it. It's like we're just rocking out for a minute. Okay, so yep, back into the second verse. There's definitely this, I like to do a lot of things, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You can look at your verses that you do for songs as their own little hooks. So sometimes it's not that, sometimes I'll repeat the same line again, but sometimes I'll just maybe use the first part of it and then change the last part. So in the first verse, we got same song, and then we got same cause. And then this one, we do same talk, and then the next time will be same thought. So same talk again, I tried it. So yeah, I mean, to go back to this situation again, which we're in it. We're in this situation. We're in this song. We're talking about what I wrote it about. I did have the same talk, it seemed like, over and over again with the same person. And I tried it so many times, and it just kept coming back to the same thing. And at some point, if you said the same thing so many times as a broken record, it gets tiring. So same thought again, rewind it. It's like, have the same thoughts again, let's rewind it. Like, why am I having the same thoughts? What's the worth? It's funny. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I already said that word. But I think this is perfect in the second verse. Is like, what's the worth? What is the worth? There's no bridges left to burn. I think this is the one line that's kind of like, dang, I guess. There's no bridges left to burn. And I really don't like to, and it's not like this bridge with this person is necessarily completely burned, But it is in a way that it would really, really take a lot for me to work with this person again and really try to build a friendship back up. It's just gone through so much damage. And, I'm very forgiving. And I still, till to this day, I forgive this person. But like I said, at some point, you got to move on and you got to take space. And at some point, it's not worth it in certain moments. So yeah, this is how I felt at this moment. I know this is definitely like a dang kind of line, but it's just the truth and how I felt. And I felt like it did work for the sentiment of what the song is saying. So there's no bridges left to burn, which is like, you can only try with someone so many times and then the bridge is burnt, and then this is really a statement to that person. And, I've definitely come to a point in my life, probably one of the biggest decisions I ever made in my whole life was to take responsibility for everything that happens to me. So I was in this situation with this person over and over again because I just chose to stay in it with them. So that is my fault. But, there were lots of things where, it was how that person acted and it was actions that they did that caused this certain thing. And like I said, I definitely take fault for continuing to be in that situation. But there were things that person obviously did do to make me feel this way. And so this is like a statement to them. How about every time you look back, you decide it was you? And I know you can see what you do. And that's, I think, a statement to them is, lots of time where we had a talk, first it was, denial and then defensiveness. And then eventually, when we've talked, there was a realization of what that person did do. But, I think it's just a statement to you, or that person, you or anybody else, that if someone is really expressing how they feel to you, we don't get, sometimes like someone will say, hey, you're being like this. And we don't get to tell someone else like you're wrong. It's like if someone has a feeling about how you're making them feel, like that's totally valid and it's 100% valid. So, I think this was my statement to that person that like, I know you can see what you do, because it's happened so many times. And I know you can look into yourself and understand how you're making me feel and what you're truly doing. And that was admitted and realized in some of these conversations. But yeah, just something I felt like I needed to put in this song too. Moving back, that's really the last new line in the song. And that part is kind of my, as you guys know, usually like the B section of my verses is where I kind of do like a bridge with a new melody. So that's kind of that part. How about every time you look back, you decide it was you. And I know you can see what you do. So that's that new melody. It's like that bridge, like thing that kind of meshes the whole song together. And it's like the most serious line is right there. Or the most like, I mean, I would say like the second verse is kind of a bridge. It really is like the depth of really how I'm feeling and what I want to say and my frustration, So, then we come back into, I thought you'd want me by your side. I wish I knew the reasons why. I thought you'd want me by your side, but the history's made me realize I'm not worth it to you. Actually, I do say one more line a little bit differently. So in the middle of the last drop, I say, wish I was worth it to you. And I from the beginning of this song, I really did want to put that line in there just because, I do. It's like there was so much positivity in this relationship at some points and it was really cool. But it is what it is now, and we'll both move on with our lives, and maybe we'll come back together in some ways, and the relationship is still civil, but yeah. So that was just my last thing in the last chorus where I was like, I wish I was worth it to you, which is just me being as vulnerable as I can, and it's like I don't like when things don't work out with people. I hate dealing with things that don't make you feel good. I mean, no one does. No one likes confrontation. No one likes having people make them feel a certain way. And yeah. So yeah, that's worth it. I've got a bunch of other solo productions coming soon, and I'm really excited to explore this new Zack DJ producer. area. Like I said, I've been producing for a really long time, and then started to move obviously into singing on EDM stuff. But I've fallen in love with DJing and the whole electronic scene at large. So I want to start getting booked as a DJ and getting to explore that or put my production skills out into the world more. And I felt like this was the time to do it. And I'm just so stoked about this first release, not only for the response that I'm already getting, but just as this first debut into this kind of new chapter of my life. Also, had to wear the Zack gray shirt today. I know you guys are wondering, Zack, when are you going to do some more merch? I got a bunch of stuff, ideas and stuff in my mind. I'm going to be putting some stuff together soon. I think once I get a couple more releases out, actually working on an EP right now. I'm going to get some merch and some other stuff for you guys. So I'm super excited. I think after this, I'm going to keep going down the list of other songs to break down. There's so many songs left. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like, leave a comment. If you like the song and the video, share it with your friends, and definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications so you know every time I post. I hope everyone is having a really great week so far, and hope you have a great rest of your day. As always, much love. God bless. I'll see you guys soon. Like and subscribe.